Morning sa lahat ng nasa online. It's a delight to see some new faces, a handful of new faces na kasama natin ngayon. We are on the fourth book of the Minor Prophets in our series, and that's going to be Obadiah. For this morning, it's going to be isang chapter lang po to sa Obadiah. So let me just read it for you. The vision of Obadiah. This is what the sovereign Lord says about Edom. We have heard a message from the Lord. An envoy was sent to the nations to say, "Rise and let us go again. See, I will make you small among the nations. You will be utterly despised. The pride of your heart has deceived you. You who live in the cliffs of the rocks and make your home on the heights. You who say to yourself, who can bring me down to the ground? Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down, declares the Lord. If thieves came to you, if robbers in the night, oh, what a disaster awaits you. Would they not steal only as much as they wanted? If grape pickers came to you, would they not leave a few grapes? But how Esau will be ransacked, his hidden treasures pillaged. All your allies will force you to the border. Your friends will deceive and overpower you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you, but you will not detect it. In that day, declares the Lord, will I not destroy the wise men of Edom, men of understanding in the mountains of Esau? This is the prophecy of Obadiah against the land of Edom. Now, I have a good news for you. This morning, dahil ang Obadiah is just one chapter, it's a very short book. It's the shortest book in the Old Testament. And so, I promise you na may ilang po yung message natin sa umaga dito. This is only one chapter, 21 verses all in all. The shortest book in the Old Testament. Now, I think for as long as man existed, meron na tayong hinahabol palagi na sabi nila yung mga dreams, yung mga pangarap sa buhay. And for as long as man existed, yun na yung ginagawa natin. We always chase after our dreams. And kapag madalas nakukuha natin na naabot natin yung mga pangarap natin, if you look at the Bible, usually, ang nangyayari rin, nakakalimutan palagi si God. Nakakalimutan nila palagi kung sino yung nagbibigay sa kanila or tumutupad sa kanilang para matupad yung kanilang mga pangarap. That has always been history in the Bible. We dream, we achieve, we forget God. That's always been the story. And so it's like the story of Edom and the rest of the other nations and the rest of the kingdoms. Ganun palagi yung story na to. And even nations always have dreams na sana magiging economically stable tayo, magiging powerful yung military natin, at lahat magiging maayos. And pagka nagawa na yun, most likely, nakakalimutan na rin si God. Ganun palagi ang nangyayari. It's like chasing after pride. Chasing after our dreams and chasing after pride really has a very thin line. You chase your dreams, you probably are chasing after your pride. Sometimes, most often, that happens. And so, that is basically the problem ng bansang Edom, or the kingdom of Edom. Si Obadiah, he was sent, he prophesied against the land of Edom. Now, the name Obadiah means the servant of the Lord. And ito ay isang common na pangalan sa Hebrew. And so maraming, I think 12 or 13 reference to a certain Obadiah, pero wala din sa doon ay pwedeng pwedeng sabihin natin na ito yung author ng Obadiah, so walang makakapagsabi. So this is an obscure prophet na makikita natin dito sa book of Obadiah. And so unlike others, si Obadiah, ang prophecy niya is nakafocus lang sa land of Edom, and hindi sa bansang Israel, sa northern kingdom, hindi sa southern kingdom. So, ang focus niya is yung sa land of Edom. And Edom is the descendant of Esau, the twin brother of Jacob. Natandaan niyo ba si Jacob in the Old Testament, anak ni Isaac and Rebecca? Esau, yung Edom, ito yung descendants ni Esau. Alright? And so, yung relationship ng dalawang brother na to has always been strained since from the, kahit simula pa lang sa womb ng kanilang mother, nag-aaway na sila. Hanggang sa nung time na Esau sold his brother Jacob over a bowl of soup. Ibinenta niya yung kanyang birthright. And then later on, Isaac, from their father Isaac. And so, simula noon, nag-held na ng grudge at nanggalit itong si Esau sa kanyang brother na si Jacob. And the story has always been like that. Simula nung nangyari yun, ganun na, meron ng animosity sa between. Sobrang palaging nag-aaway, palaging tensionado ang relationship ng dalawang brother na to. There was a reconciliation between Esau and Jacob, but it was temporary. And so evidently, yung mga sumunod na generations of Esau still held grudges against their brothers and were always on the lookout for a perfect time to kill. So, temporary lang yung reconciliation ni Esau at saka ni Jacob, at saka yung mga sumunod na mga generations, andun pa rin yung grudges, andun pa rin yung galit sa kanilang sa lahi ni Jacob. And they have always been hostile to their brothers and treated them as enemies. So, si Esau, ang treatment niya sa descendants ni Jacob, sa kanilang brothers, has always been like an enemy. They've never been friendly sa bansang Jacob. And so, si Obadiah, nakareceive siya ng vision from God, a prophecy against Edom, or the descendants of Esau. And Obadiah focuses on one driving factor of Edom's problem, and that's pride. That's the main driving factor ng problem ng pride, with which numerous untold evil flows. Ang dami nilang ginawang kasalanan. Even, if you remember the last time Amos, they were one of the neighboring nations of Israel who were charged of crimes against humanity. They were one of those nations. That's Edom. Napakarami nilang ginawang kasalanan. And so, the first thing na ginawa na sinabi ni Obadiah dito is, Edom's pride judged. Yun yung first na point natin. Edom's pride judged. Geographically, yung Edom kasi ay, sabi dito is in a strategic location. Nasa magandang location yung Edom. It was situated in the southeast portion of Palestine, covering a few of the most fertile areas in Israel. So yung land nila is, yung lupa doon ay mataba. Kaya yung mga agricultural produce nila ay sobrang abundant, at saka maganda yung mga nire-raise nila ng mga cattle doon, mga matataba, lahat ng mga alaga nila. And sabi nito, the Edomites flourished in agriculture and cattle raising was situated in the barren areas. But ang pinaka-gain talaga nila kung saan sila yumaman is doon sa mga taxes na in-impose nila sa mga traders. Kasi nasa gitna yung bansa nila is doon dumadaan lahat ng mga traders, mga caravan traders. So lahat ng dumadaan doon, meron silang in-impose na taxes. So doon talaga sila yumaman. Kaya sobrang nag-boom yung kanilang economy, sobrang naging powerful yung bansa ng Edom. They gained most time staples and the carpenters that pass through their area. And so, as the kingdom flourishes and establishes its high status in the region as a force to be reckoned with, they become more and more arrogant as a people. Nung imaman sila, umunlad yung bansa nila, mas naging arrogant itong mga tao, mas naging hostile sila sa kanilang mga neighboring, especially Judah, kasi doon sila malapit sa Southern Kingdom, Jerusalem. So, sobrang naging malupit sila sa kanilang brothers. And so sabi dyan, the pride of your heart has deceived you. You who live in the cliffs of the rocks and make your home on the heights, you who say to yourself, who can bring me down to the ground? Sobrang nagmataas talaga sila. Sabi nila, walang makakapagpabagsak sa amin. And this is a very dangerous na behavior na hindi talaga nagugustuhan ng Panginoon sa kanila. Or for that matter, I remember a story na si Muhammad Ali yata. Si Muhammad Ali na nasa plane siya na minsan sinabihan siya ng flight attendant na magbakal ng seatbelt kasi may moderate turbulence. Sabi niya sa flight attendant, Superman don't need no seatbelt. Sabi niya. Nagalit yung flight attendant, tinignan siya, sabi sa kanya, well, sir, si Superman hindi rin niya kailangan ng airplane. So you better buckle your seatbelt. So you see, so wala siyang nagawa, nag-buckle siya ng seatbelt. Pero you see, minsan tayo, ganun ang iniisip natin sa mga sarili natin. Pagka masyado tayo pinagpala, masyado na tayo wealthy, we have so many riches and resources, we feel like we are immortal. Hindi na tayo talaga babagsak. Kahit walang magpapabagsak sa atin. And that has been the behavior or the attitude of Edom. And so, ang 5 reasons of pride and self-sufficiency, the next slide. Ito yung reasons of pride nila. Number 1 is safety and security kasi nga, kumbaga sa terrain, nasa taas sila. Nasa taas sila. So kung sasalakay sila is mahihirapan yung sasalakay sila kasi nasa advantage point sila, nasa advantage na terrain sila. Safety and security. Hidden treasures. Marami silang ari-arian. Siguro ito yung Yamashita treasure na nakuha ni Marcos sa kanila. Nasa sa atin na yan. Kaya sobrang yaman ng Pilipinas. Kaya siguro lahat kahit anong utang natin gagawin sa ibang bansa, pinag-utang tayo kasi ang pinakamayaman daw na bansa sa mundo is the Philippines. Because we have this gold reserve na hindi pa na-inventahan ngayon. Well, guli-guli ko lang yan. Pero sila, yung mga ito, they have so much treasure, they have so much wealth. Yan isa sa pride nila. And ang dami nilang allied nations. Halos lahat ng mga nila, sabi nila, pagka sinalakay tayo, pag meron tayong kalaban, well, maraming ano sa atin. Parang tayo ganun, parang nagkaan tayo na anong tayo ng US or ng Russia. So pagka sinalakay tayo, okay lang, hindi tayo matatalo. And then, ang isa pa dyan is they have so many wise men. Ironic na they have so many wise men and yet sobrang arrogant nila. And according to the studies, the wise men actually are those people na talagang nakatulong sa kanila para sila ay bilang ibang masa. Actually, si Job, he is believed to be from Uz. That's a place in Edom. And yung counselor niya na sa Eliphaz is also from Edom. It's also an Edomite, from Teman. And so they have so many wise men. That's their pride as well. And of course, military power. And so with all these 5 reasons, they're self-sufficient. They can stand on their own. They don't need God anymore. So getting in pride. If we have that as a nation, maybe ganun din ang gagawin natin. Sabi niya, who can bring me down? And this is that statement is a declaration of self-sufficiency. This false sense of security that no one, not even God, can defeat them runs deep in the hearts and minds. Edom is such men, or are such men. Ganon sila. It runs deep in the hearts. Yung self-sufficiency na yan yung inisip talaga na. So sabi ni Obadiah, lahat ng mga to, all these things for which Edom is proud, lahat ng mga yan, the prophet tells her, will be taken away. Lahat yan ay aalis from her lofty heights kung saan siya, sa mataas na kinalagayan, she will be brought down on the ground. That's verse 4. She will be ransacked and her hidden treasures will treasures village, and all her allies will deceive and overpower her and set a trap for her. Yan yung gagawin sa kanya, and the wise men will be destroyed, the warriors will be terrified and down in the slaughter. Lahat yan ay aalisin ng Panginoon sa kanila because they've gone mad. They've become so prideful. And so, sa Jeremiah 9:23-24, sabi ng Panginoon, let not the wise boast of their wisdom, their strength, or the rich boast of their riches, but let the one who boast about this, the understanding to know me, that I am the Lord, who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness on earth. For in this I delight. Yun yung gusto ng Panginoon. If you have to boast, then boast na kilala mo ang Panginoon. At ang Panginoon who exercises kindness, justice, and righteousness. Palaging ganyan ang istorya ng tao. Ganun mo, yung mga elder, palaging nireklamo, yung mga kabataan, nung mga nag-aaral pa, pray na makapagtapos. Kung nakapagtapos, hindi mo na mahanap sa church. Wala nang mahanap sa church. Asaan na ba sila lahat? Nakalimutan na ba nila ang Panginoon? Hindi naman siguro. Baka di sila. Pagbigyan nyo na sila. But it's important to remember na lahat ng mga yan is nakamit natin, nakuha natin sa Panginoon. Hindi tayo pwedeng magmalaki sa Panginoon. And more than that, hindi dapat natin siya kakalimutan sa lahat ng mga na-achieve natin. That's an important one. So, that's it for point 1. Point 2 is Edom's cruel behavior. That's in verse 8 and 14. Because of pride, dahil sa kanilang pagiging mapagmataas, the Edomites have nurtured hate and anger in their hearts against Israel, resulting to and isa sa mga makikita mo sa isang tao na mapagmataas ay yung galit, takot na palagi nasa sa puso. Yun yung palagi makikita mo sa isang tao na meron mataas na pride. And yung Edom, they have nurtured that hate and that anger against their brother. If you remember yung sa last time yung sinabi ko, in 722 BC, the northern kingdom was conquered by the Assyrian, and they were totally destroyed by the Assyrians. Later on, the Assyrians as well were conquered by the Babylonians. And in 586 BC, yung southern kingdom, Judah, in Jerusalem, was also conquered by the Babylonians. So, yung northern kingdom, Israel, ay na-conquered ng Assyrians. Yung Assyrians na-conquered ng Babylonians. Yung Babylonians in 586 BC, na-conquered niya yung southern kingdom, which is Judah. Alright? And so, that was the time, the time Obadiah was talking about where the Edomites should have helped their brothers. Dito pumasok. Ito yung sinasabi ni Obadiah na sana tinulungan niya yung kanilang brother, si Judah sa Southern Kingdom. Pero ang nangyari dito, nag-alay yung Edom with Babylonians. So, in a sense, they betrayed their brother, Judah, sa Southern Kingdom. So, yan yung nangyari dyan. They were cruel to their brothers. Sabi ni Obadiah sa 1:10, because of the violence against your brother Jacob, you will be covered with shame, you will be destroyed forever. Kasi hindi nila, instead na tulungan nila yung kanibay, hindi nila tinungan. So ito yung ginawa nila sa next slide. Ito yung violence na ginawa nila sa kanibay. They stood withholding assistance. Nung niranasan ng Babylonians yung Judah, hindi sila, wala silang pakialam, hindi sila makialam. They withhold, hindi sila talaga tumulong. They withhold assistance. At instead na tumulong sila ay natuwa pa na babagsak na yung Judah. Sila yung parang naging cheering squad ng Babylonians. Nababagsak na lang yung kanilang brother na Judah. At they even plundered the city, Jerusalem. Tumulong sila para kunin yung kanilang mga yaman sa Jerusalem. Can you imagine? Yung mga tumatakas sa mga Babylonians, isinusumbong nila sa mga Babylonians. Kaya nahuhuli sila, pinapatay sila. Yan yung ginawa nila sa kanilang brother or kanilang mga brothers na descendants ni Jacob, Israel. Ang sasabi ng Panginoon, you will be covered with shame, you will be destroyed forever. Kasi yan yun yan. So, itong enmity na to between the two brothers began sa ng mga some 35 years before Christ. And yet, andun pa rin yung galit niya. The animosity continues through all the succeeding generations to come. Yung mga Israelites, they were commanded by God not to abhor the Edomites. Ang sabi sa Deuteronomy 23:8, you shall not abhor an Edomite, for he is your brother. Ang Panginoon, sinabihan yung mga Israelita, yung nalahi ni Jacob, na huwag nilang i-despise yung mga Edomites kasi sila ay kanilang brother. And yet, yung mga Edomites, they have always been mean and hostile to Israel. And so, wala talaga silang dito sa kanilang brother na mga Edomites. The thing is, pride knows no forgiveness and compassion. Pride knows no forgiveness and compassion. You see, kahit gaano na, it's really interesting na kahit sa mga sibling rivalry, that's a term na ginagamit ng mga psychologists at saka mga behavioralists. Yung sibling rivalry is like a competition between siblings na simula bata pa pala parang meron ng competition na nangyayari sa magkakapatid. And sometimes it gets worse. At saka haba-hanap ng tumanda na kayo ng ibang generations na nandun pa rin yung galit ng bawat bata. Ito yung nangyayari sa kanila. Generations after generations after generations. Nandun pa rin yung galit ng bawat isa. It's ironic. And so you see, yung pride, it knows no forgiveness and no compassion. Wala sa vocabulary ng isang tao mapagmataas. And so, you look at kung titingnan natin yung history ng Middle East, sabi ng isang apologist, it's a history of unforgiveness. Everyone is waiting to strike the other. Just waiting for the perfect time to kill. Waiting for the right opportunity para makapag-revenge. That's the vocabulary sa isang tao na mapagmataas. It's always revenge, revenge, revenge. It's no forgiveness, no compassion, no love. And that's what happened to, yan yung nangyari sa ito. It only knows revenge. Each one is just waiting for the perfect time, and the tension never goes down. So, I think, I don't know if you're following the news, pero there is really a tension going on today between China and US and maybe the other allies. And tingnan niyo kung ano yung nangyayari. What is that all about? It's all about attention, dominance, and power. ng pride. Really. Yan yung nangyayari. And see kung mangyayari sa atin yan bilang mga magkakapatid sa pananampalataya. You see, kung meron tayong ganung pride, that's gonna be our relationship against each other. We will always compete dominance and bring our own downfall. Yan yung magpapabagsak mismo sa atin. You remember when God asked Cain in the Old Testament, pag pinatay na yung kanyang brother, si Abel, sabi mo yan, where's your brother Abel? Ang sabi niya, I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? Well, indeed, he was. And he was supposed to care for his brother. Pero, pinatay niya yung kanyang kapatid. The thing ang nangyari doon is his pride reigned supreme. Hindi niya matanggap na mas kinalutan ng Panginoon yung alay ni Abel kaysa sa kanya. That's pride. It reigns supreme sa kanyang puso. And Edom's pride reigned supreme and did not think right to save his brother against their enemies. And instead, ang ginawa ng Edom sa kanyang brother, they aided and abetted yung enemies ng Israel. Pinrovide pa nila yung kanilang pangangailangan para matalo yung Judah, tinulungan pa nila para matalo yung kanilang brother. That's what they did. Ang sasabi ng Panginoon, you will be completely destroyed. Number 3, Edom's doom and Israel's glory. Sabi na po yun, the day of the Lord is near for all nations. As you have done, it will be done to you. Your deeds will return upon your own. Kung ano yung ginawa niyo, yun din ang gagawin sa inyo. That thing na ginawa niyo sa inyong mga brothers, that exactly will happen to you as well. Sabi nga ng isang saying, you sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. Kung yun yung ititanim mo, magtatanim ka ng hangin, ang hangin mo ay ipo-ipo, yung pinakamalakas na hangin. So it goes with Edomites. Yun yung assignment. And this is also a fitting warning to all the nations and everyone, lahat tayo, who think na we can get away with our evil deeds simply because we are in power. We cannot get away with our evil deeds. Sooner or later, God will demand justice sa lahat ng mga bagay na ginawa natin hindi nakakatuwa sa Kanya. And so sabi dyan, Jacob will be a fire and Joseph a flame. Esau will be stubble and they will set him on fire and destroy him. There will be no from Esau. Walang magiging ni Esau. The Lord has spoken. And sabi sa Proverbs 16:5, the Lord detests all the proud of heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. Proud of heart, sabi ng Panginoon, they will not go unpunished. And so, 100 years later, yung prophecy ni Obadiah nagkatotoo, nangyari. Edom does not exist anymore today. Hanggang ngayon. They were completely destroyed. Hanggang ngayon, wala na ang Edomites na descendants. It happened sa kanila. Yung ginawa nila, yung nangyari kay Judah, nangyari sa kanila. At ngayon, they no longer exist. Their pride brought about their own downfall, never to recover again. Di na talaga sila nakaka. Yun yung nangyari sa kanila. And I think that sa lahat ng even sa lahat ng mga issues. And so, para sa conclusion natin, sa Proverbs 16:18 sabi na, pride comes before destruction. Nauna talaga palagi yung pride bago ang destruction, and an arrogant spirit before a fall. Yung pride at saka yung arrogant na spirit, nauna palagi yung bago ang destruction at saka nangyari sa Edomites. And even the northern kingdom, yan din yung nangyari sa kanila. Pride ultimately begets destruction of personal relationships, family bonds, friendships, acquaintances, and fellowship.
it seizes the joy of existence, it poisons a person's being, it crushes life into oblivion. Yan yung nangyayari sa pride. Pag tayo talagang sobrang ma-pride, yan yung mangyayari sa ating personal ng mga relationships. Nasisira yung family bonds, yung friendship, yung acquaintance ng friendship, eventually. And it even seizes the joy of existence. Nawawala yung... Makikita na ba kayo ng tao na ma-pride sa sobrang maligaya? Ang tao mas ma-pride talaga is palagi mo sa yung galit ng po. Yun yung palagi mong mapapansin sa kanya. Palagi mo gustong to get even dun sa mga tao na nakagawa sa kanya ng kasalanan. And the scripture says, God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble. Humble yourself before the Lord, and He will lift you up. James 4:6 and 10. So, sana matutunan natin sa storya kahit napakaigil lang ng ni Obadiah na sa kabila ng lahat natin ng mga success natin, mga achievements natin, huwag sana tayo maging palalo, makalimutan ng Panginoon sa lahat ng mga blessings na binigay sa atin. Bagkos tayo ay mas lalong magpakita ng pagbabaan ng loob sa Kanya at maging sa atin.